Everyone, it's slipperyfellow here, and today we are in Truck City, and I'm going to be joined by the host of this world, Creepy Truck Game.
Hello.
And we're also going to be joined by Get Sniped 6x5.
Yeah, let's go.
So what we're going to be doing in this world is, just like you've seen on my channel, I did the top 10 builds of my favourite thing, then I had Sly and Truck come on, and they did their top 3 builds. We're going to be doing that again, but this time it's going to be mine and Sniped views on Truck City, and it's not going to be top 3, it's actually going to be the top 5 builds. So as you see, in Truck City, I did a video touring this world, and as you see, there's a lot in it. There's a lot of new things that that have been added since I last toured the world. There's a prison, that's new. The police station, the library way over there, that's new. So there's quite a few good things in this world that have now been added since last time. And it's up to me and Slide to basically pick our top 5 builds. So we're going to basically fly around and go from number 5 to number 1. So what we're going to do first is just going to basically... I'm not sure if Sniped has seen the whole world properly.
Come on, Marshall, skin. Supposed to be Clank. That's also
You can also see
my
that
channel name, Clank Gaming.
Cool, get that game, there you go. So as you see, since last episode, Truck's been working on Birchwood Manor. That's now literally got one ginormous wall. Not quite finished, you see.
3 ginormous walls.
3 ginormous walls. The back wall hasn't been done yet. I'm sure we'll get you through to that.
And a roof.
Oh yeah, and the roof. As you can see, the roof is done as well. Just quickly take that thing
My
out.
old skin's head. You took it off. Cut my head off. I dare you.
So basically, I think what we'll do is we'll start with... Let's start with Get Sniped. So Sniped, looking around, what's your number 5 build in the world?
Number one being the best.
Yeah, obviously we'll start from number 5, then go down to number 1.
Find it. What's here? Trying to find it. Ooh, okay. I like the Minion. It's in my number 5. Minion's my number 5.
Cool. Why is that?
Because I like Despicable Me. I like the Minions movie, so.
Fair enough. Okay. And you've got the Clank skin on. Yay. Let's just make sure, there we go.
Yeah, I'm finishing my channel named Clank Gaming.
Clank Gaming. Clank Gaming. So then my number 5. My number 5 is actually going to be pretty tough, because a lot of these things I've built in the world. A lot of things Truck's built, and there's quite a few things that have been built by other people as well. So for me, it's quite difficult to try. I'm going to try and basically pick builds that aren't mine, but there are a few that I've helped out but someone else built. But my number 5 is actually going to be. Actually, is this probably finished? It is. Now my number 5 is the Fairly Odd Parents House.
And why is that?
So I was just like with Clank Gaming, he likes Minions and all that. I grew up watching the Fairly Odd Parents, and I actually really enjoyed the show. I still every so often I hear it on that TV with like my cousins watching it, so I'll sit there and watch it with them, and it's quite fun. You know, it's one of them family shows which you can really enjoy no matter what your age, basically. And I like the build because it really stands out with all like the bright colours and sort of how realistic it looks, even though it's quite small.
Yeah, a lot of pink.
Yeah, a lot of pink and a lot of green on the inside. So like we did with my worlds, Truck, let's go with your number 5. And obviously, this being your world, you know what's...
I'm lost.
There we go. So obviously that's it. Because this is Truck's world, he knows every sort of build that's in here. So it's quite... And most of them he's had... I'll quickly fly over just so you can see where he gets all like the ideas from. So most of these things have come from his building wall. And as you see right just down here...
Okay, I picked number 5.
Hang on, I'm going to explain them. So as you see, this wall basically has everything on it for that Truck's basically wanting to build these worlds. So basically he looks at the wall, says, I want to build this, goes and builds it. and then that's how everything is well gets built. So let's. And you said you found your number 5, so let's teleport over to truck.
Bowling.
Where are you? What?
Bowling.
Oh, bowling. I wonder because you were teleport. You were literally over there, and the next thing I say it's like bowling. It's like you wasn't with bowling. But yeah, no, is it number 5 is your bowling? Well, the bowling that I built. Why is that?
Because I just like the look of it. I like playing bowling. Like I go there every now and again.
I mean, who doesn't like bowling?
It's fun.
I think what I do have to agree that this is quite a cool build that I made. The only thing that would have been better is if it was playable. You know, like my mini golf in my world, you can play on it. With the bowling, you can set it up to sort of be playable, but it just doesn't work the same way as like the mini golf does. So that's one thing I would say that will make this a better build. But I do like it. It really stands out.
I just like how someone just started building a house and didn't even finish it.
Yeah, because I did start building something over here, but I can't remember what it was. In the end, I had to move it right back there because it was so big. I was going to build it just next to the bowling alley, but I changed it around. So, yeah. So moving on to our number 4. I almost said Sly then. Sniper of Clank Gaming. What's your number 4 build?
Okay. Find it.
Well, let's see if I can. There it is.
Where is that at? I seen here a second ago. Where is it at? Nope, that's not it.
As I say, because this one's so big, it is quite hard to find things in it.
If you need something, I'll find it for. I'll go to it and teleport you.
It's the police station. It's the police station. Where's it at? Oh,
It's back here, just behind the Nintendo Switch.
Oh, it's up here. Yeah, I like the police station because jeepers, why is the cloud so low?
I've taken my clouds off just because they do get annoying half the time.
I like that. I like it because of the effort and it looks realistic in that sort of.
Yay, my build looks realistic.
Holy crap!
You should look out this back window here. Snap. Look out this back window here.
Whoa! What is that? I want to see that. Wait,
that's the prison. That's the one of the fairly new builds. We literally, before we did this recording, we literally just finished the inside of this.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah, just before we started this recording, we had just finished this build. So, you gotta go for the X-ray. No, you gotta go for X-ray. Go for the other side. You have to go for X-ray. You're clear. But yeah, so you like the PlayStation because it's realistic. So
yeah.
Realistic.
Holy crap! What is this? It's like a big map. I am the sheriff here. You are under my command.
No, I run away. I'd go jump.
You're under my command.
So let's go find my number. Actually, I know where my number 4 is. I know where my number 4 is. And it's actually really close to where we just were. My number 4. Oh.
There we go.
Is the Creative Cube House.
What?
Now, this was a fairly new build in your world. Obviously, I really enjoyed this because although it's sort of looks really complicated, it's got a really simple design. And it's quite interesting because you can literally do whatever you want. You can literally place whatever you want on this floor. Then you got the next floor up, which has basically everything you need to survive, like your bedroom, bathroom there. Then you come up. Okay, I don't know what. Why
Can't
is
see
this
a thing. It's all
Oh, I
cloudy.
see.
It's
There we go.
like we're in heaven. It's like we're in heaven.
So yeah, you got that. Then you got like a door here, which takes you out to like a balcony with a fire pit. You have stairs here to get you up, but down there broken. And then you got like the
Swimming
roof here,
pool.
and you can actually, yeah, you can actually use this as a. Well, technically, you can use this as a
Swimming
swimming pool.
And then
you
use it
can
as a slide.
And yeah, and you can come to this side and go, just drop off the edge, which is quite funny. Whee!
Oh, that's cool. Whee!
So yeah, I like that because it's really cool, and as you can guess by the name, it's really creative.
Yeah.
So truck, your number 4 build, please.
Library.
The library. Oh no. This was what another. Wow, I think everyone seems to like my builds the most. This is fun.
I have no idea why I like it, it's just really detailed on the inside. And the floor's purple, and purple's my favourite colour.
So you like it just because it's really detailed and it's got a purple floor.
Yeah.
So that's the reason.
Ah! Found out number 3 build.
And it's very big.
Oh yeah, very big. I know, it took me ages to build this.
My mansion! Oh.
Your mansion?
Wait, where are you going?
I'm looking for my number 3 build.
Okay, yeah. So moving on to Slacked, Get Sniped or Clank Gaming's number 3 build.
Oh, what is this? Holy crap. Is this even done? No, so I don't want to do that yet.
Because it's not done.
That circus is not done, so I'm not gonna pick that. Pretty cool though. Holy crap, there's a lot of buildings that are not done though, like.
I thought the circus was complete.
No.
No, fair enough.
I like the YouTube place.
The YouTube headquarters, which is, I believe, over there. Yeah, I see him. Whee!
I like it because, a lot of details in it.
I generally like this build because I've got my own office in it. Now I always seem to forget where it is. I don't actually know where it is. It's right here, right behind. See, I've got my own little office. With a dual monitor, my mic.
You can look out the window and see absolutely nothing.
I get the best view in the world of a big wooden building. Woo! Best view ever.
Big wooden building.
Obviously, I can't remember who had this office, but someone took the biggest office.
Creepy J.
I'm taking this office, I'm taking this office, I'm taking this office.
That's mine, that's mine.
No!
Purple office, yeah, obviously you take the purple office.
And I've got a nice little chair to stare at Birchwood Manor.
Cool.
So now, T-Bag, your number 3 build.
My number 3
Okay guys, I have to
build.
go. I have to go, guys.
Oh, cool.
Oh.
Yes.
We will finish this off.
Yeah, we'll just do ours. Okay, so my obviously Snipes just left because he had to go. So going on to my number 3 builds. Now it's quite a distance away, I believe. Yeah, here it is.
I know what it is.
What's that?
Oh, I thought it was Burger King.
No. It's a cool build, but this is not my number 3 build.
I know my number 3 is 2 and 1.
Well, obviously you would. This is your what? Here it is. My number 3 build is something very, very hilarious. It's the jukebox.
How's that hilarious?
Because it's just so basic of a build, You know, like, it's like your, if I can find it, it's right here. It's like your quartz there, literally. It's so big, but it's so simple and detailed that you know what it is. It's just like this, you know it's a jukebox, it's got like the whole jukebox feeling of it, and you've got the disc coming out. That's why I like this, because you've actually got the disc sort of popping in or out, so it does really stand out when you sort of think for like realistic items in the world. You have quite a few houses made out of that. You have an anvil house, you have a
Crafting table house.
crafting table house. So everything's sort of realistic in this world. It's a house, but this is the only one that's really not been turned to a house yet, and it sort of really stands out. So that's why I like this. So your number 3 build.
Wait, I was going to turn this into a house.
Oh well, it's not a house at the moment.
Now it is. My number 3 build.
Your number 3 build.
It's my favourite build that I've actually built.
So I'll keep teleporting you till you find it.
I think it's the coolest thing I've built, like out of all the stuff I have.
I see what it
And
is.
that is a gumball machine house.
Yeah, I have to admit I do quite like this. It's really detailed. So why is this your number 3 build?
It looks really cool and colourful, and it's dead big, and it's just something you wouldn't expect to see.
The gumball machine house. And you can even have a little hidey hole.
Yep. It's just a cool place to like just mess around. You have a great view.
Every so often you can do like a bit of parkour.
So, what's your number 2 build?
I gotta find the way out first. There it is. I just saw you go down. That's how I noticed the way out. My number 2 build. Now I haven't really thought about this before. Because there's so many things I like, but my number 2 build.
Ooh.
Crazily enough, yeah,
What?
is my Steve on a pig.
Agreed.
No, this, huh?
Why is this?
So this is my number 2 build because it's really detailed and really stands out in the world. It took a lot of time for me to build it and a lot of effort. And the fact that it's been turned to a house makes it that much cooler, because you can actually sort of make this. If you had time in like a survival world, you could and made this. This would be the ideal place for a survival home. And it's really detailed, even though it's something so simple as it's just a normal statue. It's got sort of everything you would need to survive in as a home. So I really like that because it does that, and I really like it because, like I said, it really stands out. It's really detailed. And it's just a really cool build.
My number 2 build.
Yeah, your number 2 build.
It is the arcade.
I've got to teleport over to you to find it. There it is. The arcade. Why is this your arcade? Why is the arcade your number 2 build?
Because it's just looks like a proper arcade, like with the claw machines and all this stuff. Like you have the machines, it's your own names for the machines. Like you even have this like bike one, like where you're on the things. And I also just really like arcades, like when I go on holiday.
Yeah, I have to admit, I do like the arcade. It's sort of really colourful.
It would have been cooler if you made like a ticket machine.
Yeah, I did try doing ticket machine sort of things, but it was really tight for room in here after like all these big machines. Trying to fit in other little smaller machines was quite tough. And technically, you can use this basketball one as a ticket machine, because I know there's a few like arcades where if you do that get basket sort of thing, then you
And
get
sometimes
tickets
like
for every
if you
sort
do
of
this, you
round.
get tickets.
Yeah, if you do like claw machines, you get tickets, and very few couple of arcades actually do. So now, right, we've done our top 4 so far. Now, before we do our number 1 builds, I want to do like 3 memorable mentions each. So 3 builds that didn't quite make the list, and why. So I'm going to start with my number 3 for my honourable mention, and that's the Paw Patrol Tower. And this didn't quite make the list because although it's a really cool build, you can't use it, you can't get into it, it's just literally there for looks. Although it's a really cool build, it would be much better if you could go inside as if you were like a part of the Paw Patrol sort of thing. So that's why it didn't quite make the list, because it's, like I said, I really enjoy the build, it really stands out in the world. It would just be better if you could actually use it. Sort of like, even as like a house or something like that. But that's why that didn't make the list. So, your number 3 honourable mention.
I don't know.
So basically just pick, the way I suggest it is just literally pick 3 more builds and just basically give them a reason for why they didn't, why you like them.
I don't know.
The barbershop. Ooh. You dissing my barbershop? You dissing my barbershop?
I don't know anything.
I know, that's it, because there's so much in the world, it really is hard to pick things that are good.
I just like everything.
Alright, okay, so if you like everything, so it's quite hard for you to pick 3 that didn't quite make the list.
I'll just let you do it.
Okay, so my number 2 then is the school. And technically it's 2 builds in one, the school and the school bus. Now this didn't quite make the list. I built this in my world, I built this in this world. This didn't quite make the list because although it's really detailed and it took a lot of time to make, it's really simple. There's not really a lot you can do with it. As it, although it really stands out as a cool build, obviously, yeah, apart from role plays, you can't really use it for much. So essentially, it's just like a normal building with just like a small sort of classrooms in, and it's actually, like I said, I've used it for the clues. Sort of, why is that a good quill? That shouldn't be a good quill.
Achievement got.
Yes, that should be. That's actually, yeah, I know what that's for. That should be. I don't know what. I know I didn't give them names on this world. I don't think. Or did I? Yeah, no, that wasn't the original one because they've changed the challenge to here. Because that we did on this world, we did a few like little mini challenge things where we set up like little clue chases and finding them. This was the original one.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, this was the original clue. Clue 6. This was the when I first did it. This was the original room for the clue, but I changed it. I changed it so it's in the principal's office.
So what's number 1 honourable mention?
Number 1 honourable mention. Well, I need to finish off my number 2 first. Like I said, the reason it didn't make the list for the school is it not really used. The school bus does make it stand out as being like a complete set, but I feel like I've made it quite a lot. So. You pretty much every world I go into you'll see it, so that's why it didn't quite make the list. My number 1 honourable mention, so the building that didn't quite make the list. Now this is quite a tough one because there's 3 which were really good that I wasn't too sure about for the list, and that's the PS4, the Nintendo Switch, and where is it? I might as well do all of 3 together. Then PS4, Nintendo Switch, and when I can find it, there it is. No, that's not someone's house. And the fun house, or whatever this was meant to be in the end.
Fun house.
It was a fun house. So these 3, again, this was a really tough one. But these 3 didn't quite make the list for me. The fun house is because literally all you have in here is like a bit of slime which you bounce on, music, and that's really it. So that didn't quite make the list. Although it's really bright and colourful and stands out, it's very, very simple and just doesn't really, you can't really use it that much. Essentially, to be able to bounce on it, you have to get a height. So the PS4 and the Nintendo Switch. So the PS4, again, was another one that didn't quite make the list, because again, with the controller and the PS4, it really stands out as being a complete set. But again, just similar to the school, you can't really use it. It's no, the Paw Patrol, sorry. So you can't. It's just there for looks. You can't really use it, but it does stand out as being like a complete set, and the fact that it's there makes it really cool in the world, and the fact that it's been built just makes this whole thing stand out.
And the Switch.
Yeah, finally the Nintendo Switch. Now, I do like this build. There's nothing really wrong with this build. It just didn't make the list because essentially it's not complete in my eyes. Although everything's there, like the doors, the whole Switch system, it doesn't feel complete, if that makes sense. So you've literally got this whole corridor with a couple of things at the end, and that's really it. Essentially this is meant to be a home, but it doesn't feel like that, essentially. You look at it, obviously, to make this better, I suggest it. You have like something on the back to make it look like you're actually playing it. I mean, obviously you've got the people running inside making it look like they're playing it, like the characters in the game, but it just doesn't feel like it's complete. It's complete, but it doesn't feel like it's complete without the picture on the back and all that. It just feels like it's there for looks. So they're my honourable mentions. So moving on to our number 1 builds. Now again, this is really tough for me because there is so many things in this world that I like.
I've got mine.
You've got. We'll do yours first then, because obviously you've got yours.
It is the arcade machine, claw machine.
So the which one? This one or the Space Invaders?
The claw one.
Oh, the claw one. The one I built. Yay! And
Because
why is this
it's
your number 1?
freaking huge, and it's like a proper real arcade claw machine.
What I like about this one is the actual home sort of space, like the bedroom.
And there's like a roller coaster on the top that I implemented.
Is there? I didn't see that. What, on the top or? Oh, I see. Oh, wait, whoa, where did we start?
You start anywhere.
I'm just gonna watch it, go around and watch it. Now that's really cool.
I didn't actually make this, my friend Kobe did.
I have to admit this is actually really cool, so I'm gonna start. Right. Wait, why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? You broke it!
This isn't part of the actual track.
Oh, never mind. Whee! Up we go. Now I have to admit that's cool. I built this, but I did not see the idea of building like a roller coaster in it. This is quite cool.
Woohoo!
Whee!
Yeah, just so you're not bored when you're up here.
Yeah, I mean technically you come up here for part of the clue chase. And I want to see if you can remember. I want to see if you can remember before we end the episode. I want to see if you can remember where all the clues are. And what I have to admit, what I like about this is you can jump down and bounce.
I think we need to update that since we've built loads of new stuff since.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to change a lot of things around, but that took forever to do the first time. But what I like about this sort of room in here, although this isn't my number 1 build, but what I like about this is the fact that the bed is like a mini claw machine inside a claw machine.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Just like the one in the arcade.
Yeah, that's quite cool. So that's why I like this. That's why I like this build. But my number 1. Now this is going to be really tough because there's technically 3 that I like, but the main one.
We've turned this into a top 7.
We have essentially. Oh my god, it's so hard to pick just one final build.
The Pikachu.
Oh wow, yeah, I'd have to pick the Pikachu. No, totally not that. No, it's totally the Hulk. Totally the Hulk. No, I'm joking.
Oh yeah, the Hulk's the
My
best.
number one build is over here somewhere, I believe. Not there.
Grand Theft Auto.
Nope.
The castle.
It's the quartz there. Look how simple and fun that is. No,
Oh wow.
no, I'm joking. It is. I can't find it. There it is. Actually, no, I know what it is. My number one build is my theatre.
Bruh.
Bruh.
I would at least talk the Burger King.
Well, that was a really close second. I have to admit, that was really close. I like the theatre more than Burger King because the Burger King is just literally it's a giant Burger King. I'll fly over there quickly just to show you. It's basically the giant Burger King building with a couple of tables, a serve counter area, and some toilets. That's really it. I like the theatre because more than Burger King because although the Burger King is a really big build and really stands out in the world, the theatre has a lot of detail on it. And it really stands out as well. So you've got like the road out front, you've got the giant theatre sign, the popcorn on top, you've got out the front you've got like the movie posters on both sides, they really stand out. You've got like the bollards to stop cars from smashing into the building, which makes it sort of really detailed. Then you have the inside and it's really, really huge in here. You've got like the place you get your tickets with like the movie times, the prices and all that. Then you've got like concessions area where you get all your food and drinks, and that's really cool because it's got all the details there. It's got like the cabinets where you get the food. It's got like the drinks machine.
And
It's
then
got
you have
the carpet, and then you got like a waiting area here. Then you have the end portal in the theatre for some weird reason.
Don't ask.
Yeah, I'm not going to. Anyway, that's it. Then it's got like all these shulker boxes. They're not shulker boxes, they are actually
Don't
boxes.
ask.
Oh my god,
Something
someone's
bad was may
ruining
have
my
went on in
theatre,
here.
man!
Kovic done the battle challenge in here. He fought the Wither.
How did it not blow up?
Mob griefing job.
Oh, cool.
This drum, the drum broke. Here's one of the clues.
I like this because, again, it really stands out. The inside, although it's dark, you get the feeling that you're actually in a theatre or in like a cinema. And it makes
Frozen
it really
treats
cool.
are what you'll find. Eat too fast, your head will grind.
Yeah, my other clue. Now, yeah, I think that's they're our top 3 builds. No, top 5 builds, sorry.
Fire.
Top 5 builds. Now, before we end the episode, what I'm thinking is if we can find clue number 1.
I know where it is.
Do you know where it is?
Mm-hmm.
You sure? No, I do know where it is. Yes, you're right. It was the first one, very simple.
It says it's by you.
Challenged by you. Yeah, okay. So before we end the episode, what I'll do is we'll just see how quick Truck can get around them.
I am in a building that is full of treats, but eat too much and you will get sick. There's not really... Is it the prison? That's a new building.
Oh yeah, totally.
You made those challenges so old. Those challenges
Yeah, that's
so
what I've got
old
to update
that
it because
the gumball machine was new.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's need to update it because it is literally. It says a new building, but this gumball machine's been in there for far too long.
Please heal my Pokemon.
Please heal my Pokemon.
Pokemon!
Meow.
Meow.
And there it is, the Pokemon Center.
Hey. That's pretty good. Where's a book?
Oh my god. Do you see why I got to update it? The book's gone. Well, we can't really do that anymore because the book's gone. So what we'll do is we'll find all the chests.
I know where clue 4 is. I know where clue 4 is.
Where?
And
If you know where clue 4 is.
It's in art. We found it before.
Is it? No, that was clue 6. That's the original one.
No, the original one was clue 6, but where's it gone?
No, clue 4 was in here. Clue 4 was in here. The school. Clue 3 was obviously something about being late. Running late, you're in trouble or something like that.
Yeah. Press my button to make me move. Try your luck, you may not lose. I actually forgot which this one is.
See, I remember which one this is.
I think it's a claw machine.
Oh, you're getting close.
I know it won't be in any of the new buildings. Up in a tree, your childhood dreams. Oh, it's obviously in Hulk's house.
No.
Meow. My first home that stands up tall, go to the roof but do not fall. I haven't played a pizza roll for ages. The fun as friends and fun to work, but they get them made, they won't stay yellow. Plug me in to make me start, pick up your gadget and never stop. I'm going through this pretty fast.
Yeah, you are. We've been doing this for a minute and a half so far.
Really good. Just a minute and a half, well. Bouncing can be lots of fun, jump up high to the sun.
Now, this was moved at some point. It was originally on the Batty Castle, but we moved it. I remember that.
There's a lot of going back and forth.
Because originally it was here, on here, literally right there. But then we moved it to here.
A ticket is currency to get you in, but be too loud you won't stay in.
Meow. Meow.
Will me able to speak here? Frozen treats are what you'll find. Too fast to hit the ground.
We literally read that one earlier.
Your clue must be somewhere cold. Clue 13 is somewhere blue. Dabby 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 da. He's soft and fair but very quick, she's it. What it is. I'll be around. Mushrooms can walk, but only on this.
Mushrooms can walk, but only on this.
Only. This is actually a house, but the book's gone. There's no book.
Oh yeah, now, did I move it inside or did it stay outside?
Hello.
No, so that's another one that's been moved, which is annoying. I can't remember which clue that was clue 15, I believe. I believe, let's check here. No, the book's gone from there as well. Yeah. Let's check the castle, because I know that's one of the clues. Okay, so no, that's clue 22, so that's a long way.
What?
See, because the chests have all been moved around, what's this?
Oh.
24. If you can find it before me, that'd be brilliant, but I generally don't think any of them...
I think the clue
no,
should
I
be
think I know where it
anywhere
is.
now.
I think I remember where it is. What's this one? Yeah, there you go. So, the other two... So the mushroom led to here.
Yeah?
So, there you go. That's the clue. That's the clue.
This clue is a two-part clue, the first hint. But it is easy to keep back.
Well, yeah, it hasn't been updated in a long time. What's the clue? You didn't read the clue.
What?
If you ever in need, these pups are on your team.
Why? Clue 18, be afraid if you ever see this tiny meanie on a white. Chicken isn't a beast.
See this face from
See, like,
right.
I think we get the point.
What's that?
The book's gone.
Oh god, not again. That was clue 20. Now we've got to try and find clue 21. This should be fun.
Oh, how about we just stop there?
Actually, 21 was there. 22. 20. I think 21's by the spawn.
How about we just stop there?
You're almost done though.
Let's just say the end is in the gold statue, like we all know this. Book's not there.
There it is.
It spins when you're bored and spins when you're stressed.
It is.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've got to update this a bit just because obviously there's a lot more new buildings in and we know where all these are pretty much. So let's see, that was the second to last clue. The last clue's in this next part.
Gold statue. Yeah, I win.
And then treasure's in there, yeah. Don't take anything out, man.
Well done. Okay.
So there we go. That's basically it. So basically, let's see, I do have to update it. Just a fair bit. I might add some more clues just to make it even longer. But essentially, we've got to go around and find all the clues again and get rid of them. And then...
What's the description for?
So yeah, what we'll do, what we'll just do is literally get rid of all these chests with the clues in. And then I'll off camera, I'll basically work on some more. Put them in new places.
Why did you say 5 likes and I will shave off my hair?
Who said that?
I ain't gonna do that.
Who said what?
I would say I'm bald and I've got cancer.
But yeah, off camera, guys, I'll literally put some new clues in, put them in new places, and that should be quite fun. So for now, guys, thanks to the truck for letting us tour his world and give us our top 5 builds.
I've not got a notification yet.
So I'm going to end the episode here, and I'll see. We'll be doing this again, but we'll be doing it on Sly as well. We'll be doing another top three video for him there on his world. However,
Grip J Gamer has a new video. Oh, that's not yours, Grip J, that's T-Bug.
so yeah, that's Sly's
Ark
Sly
Survival
has 3
Evolved
worlds.
PS4. It already has 4 views.
It's your boy Jay here. And another video. Today I'll inform you wash. Series called Ark.